Pose with the fans. Pose with the pose with the pose with the fans. Pose with the pose with the pose with the fans. Pose with the fans. Pose with the fans.
Project 8, detecting vibration. The component that we use is Arduino Uno, jumper cables MM5, pipe LED 1, resistor 220 XR 2, tilt switch sensor 1. Project 8, detecting vibration. So we first put in the Arduino Uno is resistor 220R, since it would be easy for us to put in. So we put first one of the resistor, then we put it on the second resistor, then we pick tilt switch sensor, we put in the right tilt switch sensor and the left resistor, then we put in the jumper cable on 3, then on the other end of jumper cable we put in the right tilt switch sensor, then on the second jumper cable is we put in the ground, and to the right resistor 220R, and then the third jumper cable is we put in on the 5V, then on the other end is we put into the left tilt switch sensor. Then the fourth jumper cable is we put in to analog pin 3. So we put in on the above of resistor 220R. Then on the fifth jumper cable, we put in on the ground, and the other end is in above of negative 5mm LED. So we finally lastly put the 5mm LED in the Arduino Uno. Then we connect the cable to the computer and connect the other end in the Arduino Uno to make it work. Project 8, detecting vibration. So this line, so this section, in integer sensor LED 13, define LED pin as digital pin 13, and integer sensor input 3, connect the vibration switch to interpret 1, which is digital pin 3. unsigned char state equals 0. So this line defines the program's variables. Sensor LED is set to pin 13 and sensor input is set to pin 3. A special variable state is created to keep track of whether a vibration has been detected. So void setup function runs when the program starts, and pin mode open parenthesis sensor LED output close parenthesis comment set the LED pin as output mode, and pin mode open parenthesis sensor input and input close parenthesis semicolon comment set the vibration switch pin as input mode, and then trigger interrupt 1 pin 3 on the rising edge calling the blink function, and attach interpret 1 blinking rising. So pin mode open parenthesis sensor LED output tells the Arduino to use pin 13 to send signal out, which will power the LED. Then pin mode sensor input tells the Arduino to use pin 3 to receive signals from the vibrator sensor. And attach interpret 1 blink and rising is the most important part of the setup. It attaches a special function blink to interrupt 1, which is pin 3 on most Arduinos. This means that whenever the signals on pin 3 goes from low to high rising, so it means rising, then the blinking function will automatically run no matter what the rest of the code is doing. The loop functions run continuously. It checks value of the state variable. So if state if the state variable is not 0, meaning a vibration has been detected, the code inside this block runs. Then it immediately resets state to 0. So if the state is not 0, then set state to 0. So digital bright sensor LED high turns on the LED connected to pin 13. Then delay 500 pauses the program for half a second, keeping the LED on for the duration. So it delays for 500 milliseconds. Then if if state is 0, no vibration detected since last check. Then digital bright sensor LED low turns the LED off. Then lastly, this is a special function called an interrupt service routine, or ISR. It runs automatically every time the interrupt is triggered by vibration. The only thing it does is state +++, which increases the value of the state variable by 1, this is how the loop open parenthesis and close parenthesis function knows that a vibration has occurred.